Evidence suggests there could be a new killer lurking in our oceans, a deadly bacteria that eats its way through flesh and internal organs. What can be done to stop it spreading?
Can this new bacteria be stopped? Are we going to end up shutting down our beaches?
Science has some of the answers.
This particular bacteria likes low salinity, warm bodies of water, often found near coastal regions where humans frequent.
A deadly waterborne bacteria that hangs out in the same places we do is a frightening thought. And this one has a name, Vibrio vulnificus. Research suggests it's transmitted to humans through open wounds or by eating shellfish, and it's particularly dangerous to those with a compromised immune system.
The problem is that when it mutates and becomes harmful or active to humans, it can cause sepsis.
Sepsis is when the body's immune system overreacts to an infection and starts to attack its own tissues and organs. It can quickly prove life-threatening.
The Center for Disease Control estimates that about 80,000 people per year are stricken with this illness.
People get out of the water and they feel fine for a few days, and then all of a sudden your leg starts to swell up, and within hours or days it's cut off.
And it may not just be affecting our beaches. In June 2019, there's a new case reported. An experienced water sports guide is paddling across an inland Florida lake.
And later on in the day, he noticed that his arm had swelled up significantly. And as the day went on, it got even worse.
He's not immersed in the water. It's not in his eyes. It's not in his ears.
Could it now be possible to get infected by the bacteria without even getting in the water?
Scientists are now more concerned with it because it seems to be mutating and it seems to actually be more common, and it's finding new ways to infect.
Significantly, the paddleboarder had been on the lake many times before without any problems.
The worrisome thing is that people are starting to get infected where we haven't had cases of this before.
It's out there.
It's spreading.
Is this a result of global warming? Is it issues with pollution in the water? What are the issues that are creating it?
New infection sites are being discovered all the time. Rising sea temperatures mean more and more coastal regions are now potential breeding grounds for the bacteria.
The warmer the ocean, the better the conditions for bacteria.
Most bacteria don't travel across large bodies of water because colder currents kill them off. But a new insight suggests human activity could be responsible for transporting this underwater killer worldwide. Over 90% of everything in our homes comes to us by sea, and vast cargo ships don't just transport our global goods, they may also carry flesh-eating bacteria.
Large ships now take on water as ballast.
They suck up water in this port, and then when they get to another port, they empty the ballast tanks as they're offloading. So this means there is a constant flow of water being carried around the world on our global shipping network.
A never-ending flow of ships carrying tons of water from country to country. If this is how the Vibrio bacteria is being spread, it may already be too late.
This invasive bacteria has the potential to become a global health crisis.
The Vibrio bacteria can be treated with antibiotics if administered quickly, so medical teams need to be alerted and prepared. But with 70% of the world covered by water, it's almost impossible to know where this invisible killer will strike next.
Perhaps we can use the tools of science and technology to better predict where these outbreaks might occur.
There is one pioneering technology that could help us stay a step ahead. Computer modeling can be used to create simulations of where the Vibrio bacteria might appear next.
Scientists are using satellite technology to track salinity, ocean currents, and temperature
to try and map global trade and global currents and see where they're going to come so they can move the resources to be there.
Will these new predictive techniques be enough to help us defeat an invisible killer? Or are we heading towards a world where it's no longer safe to go into the water?